Islam is a monotheistic religion. It teaches that there is only one God, Allah. Muslims believe Muhammad is the final prophet of God. The Quran is the holy book of Islam. It contains the word of God as revealed to Muhammad. Islam teaches that God sent prophets to guide humanity. These prophets include Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. Muslims believe Muhammad is the last and final prophet. He received the complete and final revelation from God. The 5 pillars of Islam are the core beliefs and practices of Muslims. They are declaration of faith, prayer, fasting, almsgiving, and pilgrimage. These pillars provide a framework for Muslim life. Islam emphasizes peace, justice, and compassion. It encourages Muslims to live a moral and ethical life. Muslims strive to follow the teachings of the Quran and the example of Muhammad. Muhammad was born in Mecca in 570 CE. He belonged to the Quraysh tribe. The Quraysh were the custodians of the Kaaba, the holiest shrine in Mecca. Orphaned at a young age, Muhammad was raised by his uncle Abu Talib. Growing up, Muhammad was known for his honesty and trustworthiness. He became a successful trader. His reputation for integrity earned him the title Al-Sadiq, the truthful. People respected him for his character and fairness in business. At the age of 25, Muhammad married Khadija, a wealthy businesswoman. Their marriage was a happy one based on love and mutual respect. Khadija became the first convert to Islam. She supported Muhammad throughout his life. Muhammad was a thoughtful and spiritual man. He would often retreat to meditate in the cave of Hira outside Mecca. It was in this cave that he received his first revelation from God. At the age of 40, Muhammad received his first revelation from God. The angel Gabriel appeared to him in the cave of Hira. Gabriel commanded Muhammad to recite in the name of God. The first revelation marked the beginning of Muhammad's prophethood. He was chosen by God to deliver his message to humanity. The revelations continued for 23 years, forming the verses of the Quran. The Quran is the literal word of God, revealed to Muhammad through Gabriel. It contains guidance, laws, and stories to guide humanity. Muslims believe the Quran is a miracle and a testament to Muhammad's prophethood. The early revelations emphasize the oneness of God and the importance of submission to his will. They also stress the concepts of accountability in the afterlife and social justice. Muhammad began preaching the message of Islam in Mecca. He called people to worship the one true God and abandon idolatry. His message resonated with some, particularly the poor and marginalized. However, Muhammad's message also faced opposition from the Meccan elite. They felt threatened by his teachings, which challenged their power and the traditional social order. Despite persecution and hostility, Muhammad remained steadfast in his mission. He continued to preach the message of Islam with patience and perseverance. His followers, known as Muslims, grew in number. The early Muslims faced severe persecution from the Meccans. They were subjected to torture, boycotts, and even murder. However, their faith and commitment to Islam remained strong. Facing increasing persecution in Mecca, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina in 622 CE. This event, known as the Hijra, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad established the first Muslim community. He laid down rules and principles for social interaction, governance, and religious practice. Medina became a refuge for the persecuted Muslims. The Constitution of Medina, drafted by Muhammad, established a pluralistic society. It guaranteed religious freedom for Jews and other communities. This document is considered an early example of a social contract and constitution. In Medina, Islam flourished. The Muslim community grew in strength and number. Muhammad continued to receive revelations, guiding the Muslims on matters of faith, law, and governance. Section 6. The growth of the Muslim community. The Muslim community in Medina faced challenges from hostile tribes. Several battles took place between the Muslims and their opponents. These battles were defensive in nature, protecting the Muslim community from aggression. The Battle of Badr, in 624 CE, was a decisive victory for the Muslims. It boosted their morale and established their presence in the region. This victory also demonstrated the Muslims' commitment to defending their faith. Despite facing hostility, Muhammad also sought peaceful resolutions. He negotiated treaties with neighboring tribes, ensuring peaceful coexistence. He emphasized diplomacy and reconciliation whenever possible. The Muslim community continued to grow, attracting people from various tribes and backgrounds. Muhammad's teachings of equality, justice, and compassion resonated with people seeking a more just and equitable society. Section 7. The Return to Mecca. In 630 CE, after years of exile, Muhammad returned to Mecca with a large number of his followers. The Meccans, realizing the growing strength of the Muslims, offered no resistance. Muhammad's return to Mecca was a momentous event. He entered the city peacefully, destroying the idols inside the Kaaba. This act signified the return to the pure monotheism of Abraham. Muhammad pardoned the Meccans, demonstrating the Islamic principle of forgiveness. His act of mercy reconciled the people of Mecca and paved the way for the peaceful spread of Islam throughout Arabia. With the conquest of Mecca, most of the Arabian Peninsula came under Muslim rule. Muhammad established laws and institutions, unifying the region under the banner of Islam. Section 8. The Spread of Islam. After Muhammad's death in 632 CE, his close companions, known as the rightly guided caliphs, led the Muslim community. They continued his mission, spreading Islam beyond the Arabian Peninsula. The early Muslim conquests were remarkably swift and vast. Within a century, the Islamic Empire stretched from Spain in the west to Persia in the east. This expansion was fueled by various factors, including the weakening of the Byzantine and Persian empires. The spread of Islam was not solely through military conquest. Many people embraced Islam voluntarily, attracted by its message of equality, social justice, and monotheism. The Islamic Empire flourished under various Muslim dynasties. It became a center of learning, culture, and scientific advancement. Muslim scholars made significant contributions in fields such as mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Section 9. Islam Today. Today, Islam is a global religion with over 1.8 billion followers worldwide. It is the second largest religion in the world, after Christianity. Muslims live in diverse communities across the globe. Islam continues to play a vital role in the lives of millions. It provides spiritual guidance, moral values, and a sense of community. Muslims strive to live according to the teachings of Islam in their daily lives. The Muslim world today faces various challenges, including poverty, conflict, and extremism. However, Muslims are also at the forefront of positive change, promoting education, interfaith dialogue, and social justice initiatives. Islam emphasizes the importance of education, critical thinking, and contributing to society. Muslims are encouraged to seek knowledge, engage in intellectual pursuits, and work towards the betterment of humanity.